Hello everyone, I'm Patty Ann from Patty Ann's Pastimes. Welcome to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to make a page in our glue book that celebrates everything we love about the fall season. So let's get started. I did go ahead and I went through a lot of my magazines and my books and picked out some pictures that I thought would go great on a fall page in my glue book. I do love fall. Fall is my very favorite time of the year. I love all the pretty colors, the golds and the rusts and the reds and the purples. And we want to pick out pictures that we enjoy, that remind us of fall. I think I will go ahead and just pick out a few pictures to get started. So let's just go through these and see what we've got. That one I like, looks like a watercolor painting there. I like that one. Fall does remind me of canning. I love to can, so that one would go good. And let's see, ooh, this has some pretty colors. This has the purples and some oranges, so I like that one. My problem is I like them all, but I know I've got to narrow them down a little bit, so I'm just going to pick out a few to get started. Ooh, I like this one of the woods. That's pretty. I like that one. And let's see, like the colors in this one. Looks like they're tomatoes and some gourds maybe. So I'll do that one. That's a fun one of squash. I always think of squash in the fall. So, and maybe this one just for a little change up. I like the yellows in that one. So maybe, oh, and maybe this little one. Yeah, let's get started with those. Now of the bigger pictures, let's see. I do like this one with the pumpkins. That definitely reminds me of fall. So I like that one. That's a little bigger. This one, not sure about that one. Let's put that in the not sure pile. I like the colors in this. That's pretty. Ooh, and this is maple leaves. I like that one. Oh, I like a lot of these. Ooh, that's pretty. With the mountain and the trees, all the colors. Ooh, might have to put that in that pile. And there's oak leaves. I like that. Let me go through these real quick. That looks like a nice farm. There's some more about canning. Might put that over there. Oh, and raking leaves. Oh my, I've raked a lot of leaves in my life. Ooh, I like this with the, looks like hazelnuts. I like that. Quilting also reminds me of fall. It's a nice time to make quilts and blankets. Poison ivy, ooh. Leaves of 3, let them be. But look at all those pretty colors that poison ivy makes. Might have to put that in just for fun. I do like this canning one. It's a little bigger. It looks like I've picked out enough pictures to get started. That was really hard because there's so many pretty ones. It was difficult to choose. So now I'm going to pick out a couple pages in my glue book. I think I'll go several pages in. That's one nice thing about glue books. You don't have to do one page right after another. You can go anywhere you want in your glue book. It's yours. You can do whatever you'd like in your glue book. And I can't decide if I want to do one page or 2 pages. And I don't have a plan today. Sometimes it works out better for me if I don't have a plan. So I thought I would just start gluing and see how it goes. The hardest part for me to get started is gluing down the first picture and even the second picture. And after the first couple, I don't know, things just start to flow. So I'm just going to go for it. I think I'm going to do this one first. Yeah, why not? And how about using the Barely Art Glue to start out with? We'll see how that works. And if that doesn't work like we want it to, we'll use something different. Let's try that. Just going to put a little bit on. Let's see, I think I'll go, how about right there? I can always trim it if I need to along the edges. So let's just get a couple down. And then see how it goes. Let's put that one there. I like the oranges go with the orange colors and the pumpkins. Oh, that's pretty on the other side too. I think we'll go with this one. And I'm going to leave a bit of an edge so we can do some tucking under and layering if we want to. And let's go about right here. Okay, got a couple down. I might just work over here too, just for the fun of it. Let's do both pages. See how it goes. If we do that, then I can glue pictures around it. I do love all the colors, and I think it would go for a fall page. I do believe I'm going to cut around it a little bit. Let's do that. The most important thing to remember is to have fun in your glue book and just enjoy cutting out pictures that you love and that remind you of things that you just enjoy, and just have fun. That's the most important thing, having fun. So let's just do that. That looks fun. You know what? I changed my mind. I think I'm going to go with this one instead of this one. And you can do that. You can change your mind and do whatever you want. So yes, this one looks more like fall to me. And I think I'm going to get rid of the straight edges and maybe make it a little smaller. Let's just do some curvy lines around it. And how about right in the middle? Then we can glue pictures that reminds us of fall around the edges. I lost my wax paper. There it is. Oh, look at this duck on the back. Wow, that's neat. But we're going to cover it up. Let's kind of glue, I'm going to glue more in the middle, like this. So then if I want to layer, that'll give me some room to layer around the edges. Let's do that. Just going to go right in the middle, just like that. There we go. I think I'll go ahead and lay out a few pictures on the pages to see how they're going to look. Not really a plan, just for some ideas. And like I said, we can always change our mind. That's the beauty of a glue book. Let's see here. I think I like that one there. Fall does remind me of canning. My mom canned a lot in the summer and in the fall. I like that. The colors go with that. I like this forest here. Let's see. What else do we have? We might have to do a little cutting. I have pictures everywhere. Let's see here. Let's just go through here real quick again. Oh, there's the poison ivy. That might be kind of fun to put over here. I've had poison ivy a few times. And oh, poison ivy is not fun. Get it down here so you can see. I might have been holding it up too close to the camera. But oh, poison ivy. Talk about itching. It's funny because my dad, it was like he was immune to poison ivy. I don't think he ever got poison ivy in his entire life. Ooh. That might be fun to put there. I do want to get some reminder of quilts in there, so I think I'll just cut around this. And my mom was a quilter. I've done a few quilts. I enjoy cutting out the pieces, and I enjoy the sewing together of quilts, but I don't really like the quilting part. I think I would have someone else do the quilting part. In fact, my mom had the Amish, she had an Amish lady that she did quilting for my mom, and they were just beautiful. We lived close to an Amish community in Iowa. I think I'm going to cut this down and tuck it right under the edge over there. Let's see how that's going to go. See how you can just pull that up, tuck it under. Let's see where my page is. Yeah, that'll work. I think the purples in there goes with the purples down here. So let's do that. What's next? Let's see. I think I'll go ahead and glue these down so I don't lose track where I'm at and what's been glued down and what hasn't. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and glue these down. The Barely Art Glue is working pretty good, so it seems to be holding well, and I think I'll just leave a little room around the edge. We might put some washi tape around the edges. I think I'll cut this one down a little bit so it's not quite so big. Maybe go around it like that. A little different shape. Put it just kind of in the corner there. I like that. There. Let's do that. I would love to know in the comments what your favorite season is. Mine is fall for sure. And even though I don't really see much of fall because I live in Central Florida, I still love to celebrate fall with doing this, like doing a page in my glue book that reminds me of fall. I love wearing fall clothes, the colors of fall, and I do miss seeing all the beautiful leaves and walking in the woods and hearing the leaves crunch when you walk through them. Let's cut this down a little bit. So I'm going to tuck it under, I think. Not sure yet. Let's see. Well, no, maybe I won't. I think I'll do it right there. I am going to still just glue in the middle. That's a little trick to being able to layer if you want. We can always go back and glue down the edges when we're done. I had this little piece left over, and I was thinking that I would put it here to kind of tie these two pages together. Let's do that. Put that right there in the corner. And then this picture can go like that. Let's cut around that a little bit. Let's do the curvy line around it so it doesn't have a straight edge. Just do fun things with your pictures. Oh yeah, I like that. I got that crooked, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. I'm okay with that. Let's put this one there. See how that looks. Go right in there. Yeah, that looks good. This looks like a good start. So now let's just pick out pictures to kind of finish it out and bring both of the pages together. I like this one to kind of tie these two together. Let's put that there. I'm going to cut off these white edges. Yes, that'll go there. On my wax paper again. I hope you all were able to find something for your gluing. Wax paper is pretty inexpensive. I've seen people use parchment paper also. That seems to work good. How about if I just put that right around the edge there, like that, to kind of layer it right there. That looks good. And I found this picture. I love the barn. I love the old-time wagon wheels. I just thought that would be fun to put in our fall glue book. Yes, I like that there. I might leave the white edges around that as a frame. So let's do that. I wonder if we could tuck that under a little bit. That might take off too much of the picture. I like the wagon wheels. So I'm just going to do that right there. We can still layer underneath that if we want to. Oh, I didn't get it straight at all. Let me try that again. Oh, goodness. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see whether it's straight or not, but that's pretty close. I went to look through my pictures and see what else reminds me of fall, so let's do that. I like this scenery, the grasses, so that could be a possibility. I do like this picture of the nuts. I think I'm going to use that. That reminds me of in the fall when we'd walk through the woods I would walk through the woods with my dad, and we would hunt for walnuts and hickory nuts, and oh, I love really all kinds of nuts. And these hazelnuts, we had those too. Might work on this page a little bit. Oh, that might go good right there. I do like this harvest word though, right there. I'm thinking that I would like to leave this word and not cover it up. So how about if I cut this? Maybe I'll do a little fussy cutting around these to make them smaller so they can go in that area right up there. Let's see. I could tuck it under. No, can't. I see that time I didn't leave enough. I think I'll go ahead and put it, oh, how about right there? That'll work. My glue is squeaking. You can always trim it off if it's sticking over the edge of your page. That looks good. Right there. Let's see what else we have that we can put on this page. I keep going back to this scene. I think I'm going to put it up there. I just like it that you can see the lake, and I don't know, reminds me of going fishing. And just cut that right across. Wonder if I could get it in there to cover up that part, but so I can, yeah, let's do that. So I can see the harvest. Well, I cut it a little too short, but we can cover that up with another little picture or some washi tape. I like that there. Let's do that. There we go. That kind of matches with all the colors in the woods down here. I wanted to suggest to you that when you're doing your glue book, if you feel like you're stuck and things just aren't flowing, take a little break. You don't have to do it all at once. That's one of the things I love about a glue book. You can just do a little bit at a time and then come back later and do some more, or the next day and do a little bit more. Just take your time and have fun. That is just so important for you to have fun and enjoy what you're doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to cut out pictures to put in here. I like this. Trying to see here. I kind of don't like that straight edge though. So let's just curve that around a little bit. Oh, I like that. Let's do that there. Just do in the middle again. We'll let that kind of curve around. Looks good. I think I'll put this one up here. Tuck it under. Let's do that. I think that goes along with this, brings your eye around. I'm going to fussy cut around this. I love this picture. This is leaves of a sugar maple tree. And it reminds me of the maple tree farms that was close to our farm, and they would tap the trees. I'm not sure how they did it. It's a very fascinating process, but they would tap the trees and hang a bucket on where they tapped them, and the sap would drain out of the maple trees for maple syrup, and we would go and visit there quite often. It was just so interesting. I love that picture. I almost feel like putting it right in the middle of that. Why not? I like that there. Let's do that. Let's be bold. There we go. Oh yes, that looks nice. To save a little bit of time, I went ahead and picked out some pictures and placed them on the pages. But before I glue them in, I want to show you what I did. So let me grab my glue. I just cut this out so it would fit up here. So I'm going to put that one up there. I'm going to go ahead and just glue in the middle. in case we want to do any more layering. Go ahead and put that up there. So you can kind of see when you cut around your pictures how they're going to go. I specifically cut out so you could see these trees on there. So that's something you can do. And this had a white space there, and this is a little piece that was left over actually from the poison ivy, so I'm going to put that in there just to cover up that little white space. And see how I can layer under here because I left some room by just gluing in the middle. And then I found this to go in here. Can do that. Put that up here. Just going to tuck it under. I was able to get it under there. I hope you can see that okay. And then when it's dry, I'm going to trim around the edges. And then this little piece I just had left over from cutting around that. And I thought that would go nicely right there and tie those two together. So let's do that. Whoops. Let's put that there. Try to get it right along the edge. And then this little flower with a butterfly, I thought would go right there. Get that little piece out of the way. Let's put that there. Just going to tuck it under like that. And then this was a little piece that I cut off with the leaves. I thought that would go with these leaves. So I'm just going to stick that in there. To go under here. There we go. So let me see if I got all the ones glued down. I did there. And then over here, I have this little piece that I cut off of here. That's one thing, you can use all these little pieces that you cut off. Don't throw anything away. You might be able to use it somewhere. And let me see, I think that's all that I picked out. It looks like I'm just about done. I think I'm going to finish out with some washi tape. So let me go find my washi tape and I'll be back in a few minutes. I rounded up some washi tape that I thought might work on these pages. But before we start putting that on, I wanted to do a couple of things. After standing up and looking at my pages, I decided I didn't like the squareness of this. So I thought I would just take my scissors and round the edges a little bit here and see how that looks. That's one thing, you can just go in and modify and just do different things if you don't like the way it looks, and just see what you can do to make it look better. Yes, I think I like that a little better, the rounded edges and getting rid of some of that white. And I also wanted to glue this over here. It was a piece that I cut off, and I thought when I put this little piece here, it would tie these two together. And where I got that, I just cut that off the bottom of this rake. So let me do that. Scoot it over a little. There. Yes, I like that. Now we'll get started with our washi tape and see how it goes. I'm going to try this straight. let's try that there. I'm not sure where I got this washi tape. I think a friend of mine gave this to me. Maybe I'll try to straighten that up. Let's see if it peels off. Yes, that's one thing I like about washi tape. You can peel it off, usually without tearing your paper. While I have this one out, let's see where else we can put it. Maybe along there. I think I'm going to tear it. Let's see how well it tears. That's good. Stick it on the edge of my table so it's handy. Let's put this down here. Okay, I think that looks good. And how about this one? Maybe right in here. How about, see if we can layer underneath. Let's do that. Let me tear it off here. See if I tore it off too much. Oh, there we go. Let's stick this little piece somewhere. How about right there to cover up that little spot? There was a little white spot there. Some purple. I like this one. I like them all, really. I just love washi tape. Yes, let's do that one there. There we go. And let's see where else we can put this one to add to that. How about a little piece right there? That looks good. And let's see. Maybe, can't decide. Maybe we'll put a little piece of this right along there and tuck it in underneath possibly. Let's see how that goes. Or I might just, I think I'll just put it on top. There we go. The little piece I tore off from down here, I think I'm going to put it up here along this edge. Actually, I'm just going to bend it over the edge. There we go. That looks good. Now I think I'll take the purple. This washi tape did come from the washi tape shop and it's a little different. I'm going to tear that piece off and save it. It has a backing on it and sometimes it's hard to get off. So I'm going to take my little pokey tool. There we go. I finally got it. See how that just peels off? This tape is very sticky, so I'm going to tear off a generous amount so then I can just use little pieces of it. So I think I'm going to put one there. Just tear that off. And then I can trim it with my sticky scissors. I talked about sticky scissors in my video about the supplies that you need to make a glue book. And I will put a link to that on the screen, I went ahead and put the purple washi tape in a few more places. I put it here, and I put a little piece there, and I'll put a little piece there. So now, let's see, where else do I want to put some washi tape? I think I'll put a piece of this up here, just to kind of break up this little space right there. And I think I will go ahead with the stripe. I'm going to split it again, tear it too. It tears pretty easy. I think I'll take off a pretty big piece. Let's see how that's going to go along there. I think that'll go. Let's tear it in two, like this. Oh, that tore good. I like the uneven edge rather than a straight edge. So let's put that along there. I think I'm going to try to maybe tuck that under. See if I can do that. Let's try that. See if I can get it to lay down. There we go. There's a little wrinkle, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take this other little piece and go along here to finish out this edge. I'll tuck it under and put it along there, like that. And then just fold it under, round out the corner. There we go. I couldn't decide what to put in this little white space. I didn't think I wanted to put more vertical washi tape, so I have this little picture left over from this. So I thought I would just put it in that spot. So let's see how that's going to look. And then I thought I'd put a little piece of washi tape on each, maybe not that one. Let's see, how about a little piece of this one to kind of finish out that picture. Just put a little piece there and a little piece at the bottom. I think that'll be good. Next, I want to put something in this space up here, and I found this left over from the poison ivy, and I think it will go right in there. So let's do that. I'll just tear it. I can trim it off. So let's just glue that in there. Tear it off right there. Let's see how that looks. Okay. And then I found this little butterfly. I just did a fussy cut around it. And how about if we put that right there? I love butterflies. I'm just going to glue it in the middle and kind of bend the wings a little bit so it has a little bit of a 3D look. Hold it down for just a few seconds. Oh, that looks cute. I want to put a saying in this spot right here. So I found several that I like. I found Falling Leaves, Fall Bounty, a smaller Falling Leaves, because I wasn't sure if this might be too big, and I found Autumn. And these, I wanted to tell you, come from a digital on Etsy. The shop is called the Junk Journal Studio. I hope you can see that. And this is the Fall Bounty Kit number 3. And I love this Etsy shop. So if you go on there, you should be able to find this whole kit that has these words and sayings in. I couldn't decide which one I want to use, but my first thought was Falling Leaves, so I think I'm going to go with that one. I found this little piece of scrap cardstock that I thought would look nice behind this, but I think this is a little too big to go on there. So I think I'm going to do a little curvy line around it and cut it out so it's just a little smaller. So then if we don't get it straight on this, it won't show so much. I love doing the curvy line trick. Now I'm going to take this and glue it on here. So let's do that. Line it up as best we can. Maybe I'll scoot it over a little bit. Let's see how that looks. I think that looks pretty good. And I think it'll look nice right there. Glue that down. Right in there. Let me see if that looks straight. Let me just hold that up a little bit. Yes, that looks pretty straight. And if it doesn't, we'll just put a little piece of washi tape on it, and that'll hide whether it's straight or not. I'm just about finished. All I need to do now is go along and trim. I'll show you. Trim around the edges. I'll do that with my scissors on both of these. Let me see. I think I need to do it on both. Yes. If you can see that, a little bit of trimming at the top. So I'll do that. Then I'll take my glue and I'll glue down all the edges that are sticking up that we didn't get glued down while we were putting our pictures in our glue book. So I'll tidy up the pages and I'll be back in a few minutes to show you the finished results. I'm all done with these 2 pages celebrating the fall season. These are all the things I love about fall, and when I look at these pictures, they just make me happy and bring me so much joy. And that's what a glue book is all about, having fun. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope I gave you some ideas and tips so you can do a fall page in your own glue book. And please try to find a little time to relax today, even if it's just a few minutes. And when you do, thank the Lord for one thing you're grateful for, okay? Thanks again for watching. I'll be seeing you soon with a new video.